The bar I work at is haunted. I don't really believe the stories, but I find them interesting nonetheless. Most of them are pretty bland though. A guy goes to the bathroom and sees a man taking a piss in one of the stalls, doesn't hear anything, just sees the guy's feet. After he finishes up, he glances back at the stall and there's nobody there. Just little things like that. Another one I've heard a lot is when people are starting to get quite drunk, they'll see a nun sitting next to them. She doesn't say anything, but it usually makes them stop drinking. Obviously, since it's a bar, I tend to chalk this up to people being very drunk and open to suggestion. The ghost stories are kinda known. But recently a barback told me one. This guy was straight-laced, didn't drink at all, and only worked there for a couple of months because he hated the atmosphere. One night after closing he was helping the bartender clean the bar. Bartender steps out for a smoke. Barback is behind the bar, sanitizing the well, when he gets an eerie feeling and happens to glance up. There's a man sitting opposite him at the bar, staring angrily at him. The barback is looking into the guy's eyes when he fades away. Not disappears, but fades, as though he melted into the background. Again, I don't really believe it, but the guy seemed genuine. Here's another longer one that I believe even less, but it happened just recently so I'll share it. A fellow bartender was out for a smoke on the sidewalk and a homeless guy asked him for a cigarette. Long story short, the bartender ends up hiring the homeless guy to clean the bathrooms for $10 a day. Homeless guy's name was Derek. He was a great worker. He'd always be out there on the front stoop waiting on me to open up the place. Then he'd clean the bathrooms and mop the floors without saying a word. I'd pay him $10, and he'd leave. But one day I showed up at the bar and the door was already unlocked. Derek was inside sitting on the couch waiting for me. I asked him how the hell he got in and said the place was unlocked before he showed up. Nothing was stolen. The closing bartender insisted he locked the door before he left. Tell the owner, but he just seems happy nobody stole anything. This happens 3 separate times. Since nothing is ever missing, the owner refuses to fix the security cameras, they don't work. The owner is very shitty with money BTW. Anyway, last week, we're about to get hit with a winter storm, the one that knocked out the power grid here in Texas. It's Saturday and Derek's waiting out front, shivering. I ask him if he has a place to stay and he says he does. Okie dokie. Once Monday rolls around, people are losing power all over the place. Since I live basically down the street from the bar, the owner tells me to see if the bar lost power. Thanks a lot, dickhead. I drive by and it looks fine. But I get out and run inside to check on everything. I find the door unlocked and Derek on the couch wrapped in a thick blanket. These blankets are kept in a basement that's always locked. The power is on, so it's warm, but Derek is shaking like he just got in from the cold. I ask him if he's okay and how he got inside. He said he was sleeping on the stoop when some lady opened the door and let him in. He curled up on the couch and felt someone put a blanket on him. Then I showed up. There was nobody else in that bar but us. Like I said, it's hard to believe. Maybe the fucker just figured out a way to unlock the door and was lying to me. But I double-checked the basement that we keep those thick blankets in. It was locked up tight.